like jewelry? I prefer blondes.
Time to exercise. We checked the whole truck out. There's nothing in it. And you're out of your neighborhood, big city boy. I want your badge, I want your weapon, I want your ass. Who in the you think you are?
He thinks he's Rambo.
What do you know? It's snowing. Anybody want to get high?
I'll be damned.
Not bad for a city guy.
Not yet, lads. Game's just starting, isn't it? I got you both now, don't I? Now drop your gun, or I drop sister here. Now, if you don't drop it, we all go up.
She fancies me. You don't know me, mate, here.
Well, pretty boy, I'd like you to watch me. Pleasure your sister, slow and easy. But I only got a few minutes to carve you up. Big time.
The story begins with LAPD Detective Lieutenant Raymond, known as Ray Tango, pursuing a tanker truck he suspects is transporting illegal drugs. During the chase, Tango attempts to overtake the truck, but the thugs inside begin swerving aggressively across the road, trying to force him off course. As the pursuit intensifies, local authorities in a helicopter, secretly operating under the influence of a powerful crime lord, order Tango to stand down. They claim the situation is a major moving violation and insist that he is outside his jurisdiction.
Forget it, Tango. We'll take it from here. Drop back.
Drop dead. I've been on this case for 3 months. All right, I'm going around.
Having worked on the case for 3 months, he is determined to see it through regardless of the consequences. In a bold move, Tango drives his Cadillac Alante and positions it directly in the path of the truck. Stepping out into the middle of the road, he fires 2 shots through the windshield. Startled and fearing for their lives, the driver and passenger slam on the brakes, crashing through the windshield and landing on the pavement.
You like jewelry?
Moments later, county deputies arrive at the scene, furious at Tango for interfering in their jurisdiction. They argue that he has no evidence and insist that the tanker is only carrying gasoline.
There's nothing in it. And you're out of your neighborhood, big city boy.
The situation escalates as the deputies become confrontational, even threatening to arrest Tango for reckless conduct and obstruction of their ongoing investigation. To prove them wrong, Tango fires a shot into the side of the tanker. Instead of gasoline, pure white cocaine pours out, exposing the smuggling operation and instantly silencing the corrupt officers.
Anybody want to get high?
I'll be damned.
Meanwhile, the criminal mastermind Yves Perret observes the incident from a passing car, calmly watching as his operation is dismantled. The scene then shifts to Detective Gabriel Cash, an LAPD East Side detective, arriving at his apartment. As he enters, he reads a newspaper report highlighting Tango's successful drug bust. Unbeknownst to him, a hitman is hiding behind his dressing mirror. The assassin suddenly ambushes Cash and fires at close range. Fortunately, Cash survives the attack, thanks to a bulletproof vest. He immediately pursues the hitman through a parking garage and ultimately forces the attacker's car to crash, allowing him to capture the gunman.
What's the matter, Ace? Got a little headache?
At the police station, the hitman pretends not to understand English in an attempt to avoid interrogation. Cash, however, uses aggressive tactics to break him down.
There we go. Who hired you to kill me?
I don't know.
No, wrong answer. Try again.
Under pressure, the thug finally reveals the cartel who hired him and also gives out the location of a major drug deal scheduled for later that night.
What is this?
English 101.
No.
Elsewhere, Tango disrupts yet another of Perret's drug operations, seizing an entire shipment and arresting multiple suspects, an event broadcast live on television.
Oh, God. How many millions? How many? How many this time?
Enraged by these repeated losses, Perret's men urge him to eliminate both Tango and Cash.
It would be much quicker and easier.
However, Perret refuses to kill them outright. He understands that their public popularity would turn them into martyrs. Instead, he devises a more calculated plan: frame them for murder, destroy their reputations and send them to prison where inmates will deal with them permanently. Meanwhile, as Cash prepares for his next operation, he notices that his backup pistol has been switched with a different weapon.
Hey, Cap,
Yeah, Gabe.
He protests, insisting that the gun is not his, but with no time to investigate further, he is forced to proceed with the operation. That same night, Tango is also separately tipped off about a drug deal, leading them to the same location where they meet for the first time.
What are you doing here? You almost got yourself killed, pal.
Neither expects the other to be there, and each insists that their informant mentioned a different shipment. They immediately clash, competing to assert their superiority. Despite the tension, they reluctantly agree to proceed together. However, upon entering the room, they discover a dead man with audio equipment hidden beneath his clothing.
He's wired.
No, this is all wrong.
Right side!
Moments later, a team of FBI agents storms in. Weiler, the agent in charge, arrests both detectives, accusing them of murdering a federal agent. Tango and Cash strongly deny any involvement, but the situation worsens when Cash's missing weapon is officially linked to the crime scene.
I'm making a mistake.
You're going down for this. Get these b****s out of here. Now!
Lieutenants Ray, Tango, and Gabriel Cash, two of the department's most highly decorated officers, go on trial today for the slaying of a federal undercover agent during a drug sting operation.
Officers Tango and Cash insist that they are the victims of an elaborate setup, possibly a retaliation by criminal figures aimed at taking the two top cops out of action.
Expert witnesses are scheduled to lead off the prosecution's case.
During their murder trial, an audio tape, secretly provided to Weiler by Yves Perret's henchman, Rakan, is presented as key evidence. An audio expert verifies the tape in court, and it appears to capture the detectives discussing a drug deal before shooting the agent.
And if you had to make a judgment regarding its authenticity,
I'd say that there's no reason for me to believe that it isn't genuine.
And what type of procedure did you use to test this tape?
Took samples of the suspect's voices and compared them with the voices on the tape using an oscilloscope. The match was identical.
Facing overwhelming evidence, Tango and Cash plead no contest to a lesser charge in exchange for reduced sentences in a minimum security prison. However, they are secretly transferred to a maximum security facility, where many inmates hold grudges against them for past arrests.
What do you mean they're not there? They were on that bus.
Listen, I'm already trying to trace them. They were transferred off the bus somewhere down near Victorville.
We gotta find them.
Inside the prison, Tango encounters Face, a violent convict who blames him for breaking his ribs and legs during a previous arrest.
If you need me, me and my ass will be in the neighborhood.
Later that night, Tango and Cash are dragged from their bunks and confronted by Rakan and a group of inmates.
The infamous Cash and Tango.
Rakan threatens to kill them, but Face intervenes, insisting he wants revenge personally.
This pig and his cop friends broke my ribs, my leg, and my jaw.
To buy time and strike back, Cash feigns an alliance with Face, blaming Tango for breaking the man's jaw, and when Face gets close, Tango and Cash execute a swift and coordinated attack. Tango and Cash fight back, but they are eventually overpowered, chained, and hung up, as the prisoners prepare to electrocute them.
Alright, who's a brave boy then? Who flies first?
Right down in.
Mr. Cash.
It's all right, man.
At the last moment, Matt Sikowski, the assistant warden and Cash's former commanding officer, bursts in with guards and stops the torture. Afterward, Sikowski privately reveals that the detectives were framed by corrupt officials.
The way I see it, you got only one choice: escape.
He urges them to escape and provides a plan. Tango, however, suspects it could be another trap designed to extend their sentences if they are caught, so he refuses to go along with it. Cash decides to attempt the escape alone. However, when he follows the plan, he discovers Sikowski has been murdered, his body dumped in the prison sewage by guards and Face. Realizing the danger, Cash retreats and is rescued by Tango. Together, they make their way to the roof. Cash uses his leather belts to zipline over the prison wall, escaping successfully. Tango is attacked by Face before he can follow. After a brief struggle, Tango defeats him by throwing him into a transformer, electrocuting him. Tango then escapes the same way and reunites with Cash outside. Determined to clear their names, they decide to track down everyone involved in framing them. Tango tells Cash that if he needs to reach him, he should go to the Cleopatra Club and ask for his sister, Catherine.
Knock, knock.
The next morning, Tango confronts Weiler, the FBI agent who testified against them.
And I know you planted the murder weapon at the scene, didn't you?
They paid me.
Who paid you?
It was an Englishman with red hair.
Under pressure, Weiler admits that Rakan orchestrated the setup. However, before Tango can arrest him, Weiler attempts to flee but is killed by a car bomb moments later. Meanwhile, Cash tracks down the audio expert responsible for the incriminating tape. The expert initially denies any wrongdoing, but when Cash threatens him, he confesses that he was paid by Yves Perret through corrupt superiors. At the Cleopatra Club, Cash meets Catherine and informs her about Tango, and when the police arrive, she helps him escape by disguising him as a woman. Later that night, Tango and Cash meet at Catherine's house with Tango's commanding officer, who provides Rakan's address and gives them 24 hours to uncover who he works for.
You guys got 24 hours to find the guy who set you up.
When's the clock start?
5 minutes ago.
They soon locate and capture Rakan. During interrogation, he refuses to talk.
I like this. It feels great up here.
But the detectives trick him into revealing Perret's name and location using a fake grenade. With this information, they contact Cash's friend, a weapons expert, who provides them with a heavily armed RV. Equipped with this high-tech vehicle, they storm Perret's headquarters, crash through the perimeter, destroy multiple armed trucks and force their way into the main building. Inside, Perret, who has kidnapped Catherine, activates a self-destruct timer for the entire facility.
Tango, we only got 11 minutes.
Raiders scored 3 touchdowns in 11 minutes.
Yeah, but they had...
After eliminating his security forces, Tango and Cash confront Rakan, who holds Catherine at knife point and demands they drop their weapons. Cash refuses at first, but another thug forces him to disarm. Rakan then throws Catherine aside and engages them in hand-to-hand combat. The fight ends when Cash uses a real grenade to kill him. Moments later, Perret appears in a hall of mirrors, holding Catherine at gunpoint. Despite the illusion, Tango and Cash identify the real Perret and shoot him dead. They escape with Catherine just as the building explodes. Now finally on good terms, Tango and Cash share a light moment, joking about Cash's interest in Catherine. The story ends with a newspaper headline confirms that they have been cleared of all charges and reinstated as heroes in the Los Angeles Police Department. Subscribe for more dramas like this, and don't forget to like this video, it really helps the channel grow.